Q Parver's company sells cable attachments for the gym. So you can do lats and other exercises. And here's what comes in the box that costs about $60 on Amazon. You get this. All right, you get this attachment that you're familiar with. All right, this is, I would say, about 16 inches. You can do the push down for your lats, and this is the part that you would clip in to the hook in the gym, so you can do it. That's attached to the cable. What else is in the box? You have the V attachment, right? So you could pull down towards your chest, or if you're doing the row in. And what you can't see is that it has rubber pads, right? A lot of them are worn away at many of the gyms that you go to. So these rubber pads are intact. It smells like rubber. And these, a lot of gyms sometimes, right? This is one that many times people use them. So even if they have 2 or 3 of these machines, it's being occupied with people using this for another machine, because you can use this to bring the weights to you, push them down, and this also comes in the box. What else can come in this box of tricks? You have another one you can use to row. You can also use this for your triceps for the pull downs, push downs, and you can also use this for your biceps, bringing them up from the floor, bring the weights up from the floor. All this for under $60 on Amazon, that is. I'm sure you could get it other places, but it just seems to be the simplest place to get it now. You can also try to get it from Amazon, but it's just not going to come within a reasonable period of time. By reasonable, I mean within 3 days. It takes a little longer. None of the stores that are close to you are going to have same-day pickup, hour pickup. You just can't beat the expediency of an Amazon delivery. You can also ask it to be delivered to Dick's Sporting Goods, but what you're gonna see is that they have to order it from their warehouse, and it's not going to come exactly when you need it, right? Because sometimes surprises, they come up. Let's say you're someplace on vacation locally, or just going on a trip and you wanna hit the gym, but you go to the gym, one that's not yours, or even one that is familiar to you, but you see that they're missing a few of the attachments. There's nothing in the laws and the policies of the gym that says you can't bring your own equipment. It might even be a little bit more sanitary and a little bit more personal to you. Just make sure, you might want to tell someone who's watching you do this, or maybe when you come in, tell the person who's taking care of the gym or the attendant, I have my own equipment. You might want to label it, I'm using my own equipment, so that when you are then leaving with the equipment, placing it in the bag, they don't think that you are trying to make a killing in the black market. You also in the box, you have these straps. Might be familiar with these. If you, familiar with weightlifting. Inside the box, you also get hooks. Sometimes gyms are missing hooks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something that you can get at your local hardware store, where it's going to cost you a little bit more, maybe $3. You could get it in bulk in bigger chain stores like Home Depot or Lowe's, maybe $2.99 or less. You get it on Amazon, I'm sure, for a series of these for maybe $3 for about 8 or 9. But it's included in this box. But you know, in some gyms, sometimes people will walk away with these, or sometimes it's by accident because they switch machines, or one is broken, so they'll take the attachment from one machine and go to another. Or sometimes I've seen people put 2 of these together, so they'll take one that no one is using and put them together so they can tie each side to one of the cables and use it to pull but it's always good to have spare of these and keep it with you. But this is included also in this exercise cable attachment box. What else do we have? If you want to vary your exercise, you have this, right? You know these. You attach it to the machine, to the hooks, and you can go across the body, you can pull, you can raise, you can do a combination of these at the same time. Here's a full picture of it. This all comes inside the box. And I can just, what else? What's in here? We have one more thing. As if it wasn't enough already. There you go. This is all inside the box, and this is by the Q Parvers company. You could go to the Q Parvers store on Amazon. Q Parvers right there. Hold it there for a while so you can get the full picture. And many of these products come out the same day. I showed you before, so some of these you can tie around your ankle. You can also use some of these for weightlifting to secure your forearm and your wrists. But one of the more important ones, I believe, is this one. The only thing I will say about this one, this probably could be a little longer, maybe 32 inches instead of 16, depending on where you like your workout. But for the price you're getting, this is good enough. You can vary your exercise. You can adapt to the shorter size because of the way it's made. I noticed that in many gyms, the screws will keep coming off and they'll take a long time to fix it. Some of them are missing. It's almost like a prank where you'll pull down one side and the whole thing will come off, and hopefully you don't have a lot of weight and it'll snap right back at you, to you. But this is well-made equipment. Put it back in the box, keep everything together. This is something to add to your gym bag. And maybe you won't take all of them at the same time, but maybe you will. Why? Because you might want just to use your own personal equipment. You might be germ phobic, right? The last few years have been filled with an extra attention on germs, even though they're all around us. But you want to add a little bit more concern, attention to your paranoia, or you might want to start a paranoia if you don't have one. So these are pretty comfortable to the touch, a lot more comfortable than the ones that I had in the gyms where I've been. Even this, it feels like a luxury bicycle attachment. And it's not terribly heavy. This part over here will fit the ring. I think it's big enough, the hole there, to fit the one in the gym too. It should be a test. I have one of those as my keys chain, one of those carabiners. I want to see if it'll fit through here. Just curious. It's always good to ask questions. How do we find out anything if we don't ask questions? And it's usually a few questions away from being where you want to be. Okay, so you have this V tool also. Feels strong, not as strong as the one in the gym, but I like that it has a grip. But just keep in mind, the one that they have in the gym is extra strong. This one is maybe a few notches below that. Here's the bottom. Here's the size of the hole. So from what I see here, it's made, these holes are made probably to hold a hook this wide, but I wonder if the bigger ones in the gym will take it. But even if not, you'll have it with you. This will now be part of your gym bag. You know, some people might not want, I don't think you even need gloves with this. This is comfortable enough to use for a long time without worrying about hurting your hands or developing calluses, don't get too worried about calluses. It's part of the workout. You know, calluses are there for a reason too. Just don't try to touch your wife's face afterwards. You might rub off her skin because your hands are so powerful and calcified. So that's everything that's inside the box. Why you might want to get one of these immediately, because your gym or where you live, the gym where you live or the hotel where you're going might have some of the attachments that you need, but not all of them. Technically, a lot of these you can adapt to, or you can vary the workout to do something else that will have the same impact as what you're used to. But you know, when you're used to a certain exercise, you want to have the right attachment. And sometimes if someone is using it, or if the gym is replacing it, or if it's just not available, you know, it might throw you a little bit off your routine. But inside this box, it's something that wasn't available a long time ago, are all these attachments that you can have your own. So it also goes in line with thinking like not only a consumer, but a producer. If you are able to bring your own things, you don't have to worry about somebody else lending them theirs, even though you're paying for a membership or it's part of the agreement of staying at the hotel. You might want to invest in bringing your own. All right, something like this I think could be very useful for a lot of you who are getting used to beginning your workouts, and you just want to just get out there and work out after you've warmed up and start doing some pull downs, working on your chest, working on your triceps, and now you have your own device. You don't have to go to the window or wherever they keep it and worry about returning it and sanitizing it after you finish, right? I don't know why they don't sanitize before you use it instead of afterwards. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you assume that somebody left it clean for you? I've never got that. But you want to be able to have your own tools, right? And I get it. If you don't have a lot of space in your house, well, this is something that all fit in the box, right? For it to be mailed to me, it had to come in this box, all right? Pretty small box. And it could just lay there, but this is an investment in yourself. This is an investment in your health. And part of that is having the tools that you need when you need it. This comes in black, but it's big enough that it won't be camouflaged with everything else in your gym bag. And it's feels like a very hard metal. I don't know if it's steel or not, but it's well made. So that's the Q Parvers Company cable machine attachment, lat pull down attachments, cable machine accessories for your home gym or wherever you're going. Also know that they sell these pieces individually, which might be more cost effective to you. So something like this might cost about $13, $11 to $13. And then you'll have something else like this. It'll be another $13. But if you buy them all together, you'll get a better price for it. So what are you waiting for? Just start your workout, like the video, work out some more, like it again, subscribe, go home, feel better, get more energy. The winter has everybody feeling a little bit tired, run down, and a good way to fight off illness is to exercise. Get your mind moving, get your body moving, and also get in the habit of not being too sedentary, because what you don't use, you definitely will lose. It's not a cliche. But also, by the time you get home, the sun is down, and instead of feeling tired, hey, I have my own equipment. Let me go out there to the gym. No one's going to force you to go to the gym. I can't come to the screen and force you to go to the gym. But just know that you're going to feel better. And the hope is that in other areas of your life, that drive, that momentum that you get from going to the gym will leak onto those areas. And it's exactly what you need when the weather is as it is. You can't do anything about the weather, but you can do something about your mindset when the season is what it is. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.